Writer, actor, and director from LA, Monty Geer. How are you doing, Monty?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. How long have you been acting for?
I've been acting for like 12 years.
Wow, you are highly successful for only being around that long. Like, is that long in the industry? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, because that counts some like kid stuff, of like me, like, because I'm from Washington State, so I started acting in these like youth camps, so there was no like auditions in Washington in the farmland.
Okay, that's cool. That's still a foot in.
Yeah, totally. But I've only been in LA for like 7 years, and I was in New York for like 3-ish years.
Okay, where did you go to New York after being in LA?
Did I go to what?
Did you go to New York after being in LA?
Yeah, so when I was like 16, I moved to New York during the summers, and then when I was 18, I went to college there, and then I moved to LA.
Oh, okay. And are you most known for MTV's Awkward?
Yeah, I'd say.
What for all the old men in the room, e.g. me? What is MTV's Awkward? I did read the premise of it. It sounded great. It was like, did a girl like have an accident and everybody thought it was like a suicide attempt?
Yeah, so they called her like Suicide Girl, and she didn't try to commit suicide.
So that
it's like, yeah. What were you gonna say?
Like, did that just set the tone, like of just an awkward like life after that?
Yeah, it's a high school show, so it's all just how awkward high school is, but not like it's a dramedy, so there's like a love interest and stuff, but it's not like a sad 13 Reasons Why type show. It's like we were MTV's #1 scripted comedy, so we were funny.
I saw some interviews with you, and about the show, and I don't know, did we watch a couple clips earlier? I think we watched a couple, and it seemed pretty decent. And what was your character Cole like?
I was like Seth Rogen and Freaks and Geeks, who everyone had like their own like drama, and I was on the side, always kind of just making fun of everyone for being so dramatic and basic and stuff.
Oh, that sounds like what I would have did. Like, I would have been like the side story guy. Just like I actually like. I almost failed gym in high school because I would just not get dressed and sit on the side of the gym and make fun of everybody. And my teacher, by like, I think it was the last week of the school year, was like, look, if you walk the track, I'll pass you. And I walked the track and I passed. So, yeah.
Wait, that's all you had to do to pass gym was walk it once?
He was like,
did
look.
you wear gym clothes when you walked it, or were you in your jeans?
I think I did it in the jeans. I can't remember for sure. There was also a day senior year where my mom had to come in and meet with every one of my teachers because they all just couldn't handle me. Like I was rocking senior year, bro.
You should have felt that claim. I doubt that you did not pass gym.
Dude, I did. I earned it, Monty. Yeah. I earned that pass.
Barely.
I love it. Oh my God. What was your favorite thing about being on Awkward?
Like the script was really tight as far as what words we could say and not, but they just let me do whatever I want. And because the character was so like crazy and wild, I would always like jump on the backs of like background actors without them knowing, or like throw yearbooks at them, and it was very. I could just scream all I want, and it was very just like freeing to play this character who had no boundaries of his own. But,
you're bringing me back, dude. I did that in college. I went shockingly to one semester in college and I failed. I would just jump on my buddy Joe's back in the courtyard. And one time in high school, too, we had a sub, and I don't know why I decided to, but I just opened the window and jumped out into the courtyard and started running around. I forget what I was screaming. That was... I had to go to the principal's office. I had to.
Yeah, that's exactly what my character did.
Yeah, I was gonna say what it sounds like, Monty, is that your character was based off of Rob. Like somebody went to school with him and was like, this guy.
I was gonna ask though, Monty, were you that guy in high school? Were you that dude?
Yeah, for like a week straight, I dressed up in like homeless clothes, which is just my dad's like oversized clothes, and I skipped class and I would just sleep on the side of like the lockers. And people just let me do that.
It's great. I love it. I love that so much. And what else have you acted in, Monty? I saw a show that sounded really cool, On Hiatus with Monty Geer.
Yeah, that was a web show we did. It was on like YouTube. Funny or Die, and YouTube stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, that was just me and a lot of the awkward cast members and other celebrities I know.
Oh, that's
we
cool.
pitched that to Awesomeness TV and some other spots.
Cool.
And that was on Adam Ruins Everything. I did some Lifetime film, some other small TV bits. And then I'm a touring stand-up comedian, so I do that heavily.
I saw that, dude. And I saw you've written a lot of comedy. You've written for some Comedy Central roast and Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yes.
Yeah, that was on my very first day. I was interning there, and on my very first day, I ran into one of the writers who was like in my improv class, and he's like, "Oh, you work here?" I was like, "Yeah, you work here?" He's like, "Yeah, like you should write me jokes under the table." So I wrote jokes under the table, and then one of those jokes got on air that week, and like was like an In Touch Weekly's like joke of the week or whatever. And so like Jimmy Fallon said this. I'm like, no, I said that. Or whatever. So I started. So after that, I wrote on the show for like 60 episodes or something.
Oh, wow.
Cool. That is super cool.
But I'm still an intern now, so I was writing. So like
Oh.
I'd be like running around with coffee in one hand, like a tray of coffee, and then my phone writing jokes in the other. And I'm like super late, like delivering coffee because I was like punching up this like stupid joke.
Did anyone ever threaten your internship? Like you were late with my coffee, it's cold, and you were like, "Wait, I'm writing a joke for Jimmy. I'm writing Jimmy something right now." Like,
Yeah, right. I'm literally sending jokes to Jimmy Fallon. Your coffee could wait.
how long have you been doing
but no,
stand up
they-
for
they-
though? Oh, sorry, Monty.
Yeah, all good.
I'm sorry, dude. I was gonna ask just though with the stand up, how long have you been doing that for compared to the acting?
So I did. Yeah, when I first moved to New York, I did stand up for like 3 years when I was like 18, 19, and then I stopped because I booked Awkward and then did a lot of acting and auditioning and stuff. And I just got back into it last year, and now we're going on tour. It's me, RJ Mitte, who's been on your show.
That's what I was gonna ask
and then-
about.
Yeah, and then my friend MJ, who he's the #1 best-selling author. He writes the scripts with like anonymous content, and we're going on a big college tour. And I do stand-up on it, but it's called the Roller Coaster Tour, and it's like this inspirational thing of like everyone thinks like once you get on TV, you like made it, and then like, but that's not true at all. Life is always ups and downs. So we teach these kids like how we succeeded, and then how that like we still have to keep working really hard and try like
cool.
inspire them to pursue their dreams and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Just as having done what you've done, like what would be something you would give as advice to somebody just starting out in either acting or stand up?
I mean, definitely just how hard I've had to work to do it. Like I don't take weekends off or like really go out and drink with my friends. I basically do this all day long. So just telling them like what my average day is like I wake up at like 6 and I'm basically acting all day until like 6 p.m. and I'm doing stand up all night till like 10 or 11 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we kind of just tell them those stories and then stories of like, you know, on set and stuff like that.
Were you gonna say something?
Well, I was just curious. So like after Awkward, you were on like this TV show and everything. You still find it hard to find jobs after that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm auditioning for stuff all the time. It's like there's just so many really talented actors out there that like all of my friends who are on huge shows, even all the Awkward cast members, have hard. It's always just hard to find new jobs.
Wow.
I'm like I'm a spokesman with like John Hamm on some commercials, and he even talks about after he booked Mad Men, he started as a comedy actor, and that was his thing. Like he was just doing comedies all the time, and then he booked Mad Men, and then he was saying for like a couple of years after Mad Men, he couldn't get any more roles because all the scripts they sent him were like a duplicate of Mad Men.
That's what I was
No
gonna.
one thought he was funny.
That's what I was wondering.
And
Like
then,
maybe
like-
like a typecast thing.
Yeah, like after I did Awkward, it was a lot harder for me to get into dramas because they're like, oh, you're this funny guy on like Awkward. And so it was like the reverse of him. But now he's like in Tag and like all these big blockbuster comedies, but that just happened a year or two ago as far as his big movies.
Yeah. And what do you
like Get SNL and 30 Rock and stuff.
Yeah, what do you prefer, Monty? Do you prefer stand up over acting or vice versa?
I like both. Like I would like to be like a Chris D'Elia or like Kevin Hart, who are doing movies and TV shows, and then on their hiatus they're doing stand up. It kind of all like feeds each other.
Do you feel that
taking
time off from? Do you feel like taking time off from stand up? Did that help? Did that let you like? Did that help you get better as a stand up?
Yeah, because I spent a lot of time writing like scripts and stuff, so like my joke writing got a lot better, and then also training with acting so long and hard, like my stage presence got a lot better. So I just became a better stand-up without me working on it for years because acting and script writing are so similar to it.
Cool. And what do you own your own production company?
Yeah. That's what we did on hiatus. It's called Final Boss, like the video game Final Boss. I mean, we're mainly I'm working on stand-up right now, so I'm not like producing anything huge, but that's something I'll have forever. So that when I start, like we're pitching scripts around right now. So if they let me have my production company be part of it, that'd be awesome.
That's cool. That's super cool. That's what I'm saying. Like you just seem like you just landed. You got everything. But it's still like crazy to hear that. Yeah, it's still hard. Still hard sometimes to find a gig. Like wow.
Because even with acting, you get paid like only like 2 or 3 times a year. You get your big like lump sum for the season.
Wow.
So it's like it's hard. Like money's always hard because you're either like really rich or really poor. No matter what it is.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to adopt me or like be my BFF.
Yeah, right.
Like, damn, now.
depends what time of the year it is.
No, I don't know if I want to hang out with you, Monty.
Monty, so I'm curious. So you're now going out of the way to teach kids what the grind is about. Is what I'm kind of getting.
I really like respect that.
I do too. So I was wondering. So do you think a lot of people go into like they say I'm going to be on TV or I'm going to be an actor or whatever, and they fail miserably because they don't realize that it's going to be that grind?
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of actors who are on TV and not on TV, and definitely all the ones on TV work like it's the Olympics. Like they're just on it all the time, pouring their like heart and soul into it. And then people who just only spend 4 hours a week on it aren't going to compete with someone who's spending 12 hours a day on it.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
And then a lot with all of careers, but it's like you have to fail constantly and you keep on failing. And even I have friends who are on huge TV shows who ran out of money and they're doing Postmates and they're on like giant Netflix shows that everyone knows. But it's like they still struggle with it. And so many people stop acting or stop writing or stop doing whatever goals they have because they just hit these like points in their life where they fell. And instead of just getting back up and doing it again, they just quit.
They just
so
never
kind of teaching
recover.
them to keep going.
Wow.
And to learn from your failures.
Because I guess they're thinking like, that guy over there, he was on one TV show, so he's big. Well, I was on this one TV show, I'm not big, so this isn't for me. Like that's kind of like their mindset.
Or like, yeah, this happens. This is just gonna keep happening. Like.
Yeah, or like I'm going to try to act, and then a year goes by and they haven't blown up, and they're like, I can't make it.
Yeah.
But that's not true. It took, I've been doing it for 12 years.
Wow. How did you connect with RJ, Monty?
My buddy Nico Awkward did a movie with him, and then they started hanging out a lot, and I would go to like their premieres for their movie and press stuff, and then we started hanging out a lot, and then and then we just became friends and just we did a TV show together, something we're pitching around right now that we worked on for like 2-3 years.
Oh, that's cool.
And now we're doing this tour together, so
nice.
we just always are working on some project together.
When does the tour kick off?
We're trying to start in a month. We started emailing schools this past couple weeks because they came back to school like late January. So we're just contacting all the schools right now. And just mass mailing like hundreds of schools because there's so many universities everywhere. Wow. Even California has like a 150-page document of just emails of these like West Coast schools.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. What do you have any dates or locations set yet?
we have some like tentative dates. Like we're doing, like I think Penn State is in like late March, but I'm not positive because my buddy MJ is the one who's booking that one.
Okay.
But yeah, right now we're just talking back and forth and kind of like scheduling the whole tour before we lock down solid dates. In like a month, we should have solid dates locked down.
Cool, dude. And do you have a name for the tour?
Yeah, it's called the Roller Coaster Tour.
Okay, that's right. You did mention that. That's awesome. Awesome. Cool. I want to ask
and all
you.
the stuff's on our Instagrams if anyone wants to.
Okay.
If they're in college, wants to check out. Yeah.
What's the Instagram?
The tour.
Just the name of the tour.
I mean, my Instagram is just Monty Geer.
Okay.
MontyGeer, and then I post about it. We don't have a separate page for the tour.
Is Instagram that cool? One of my buddies, Sauce, always tells me like you gotta get on Instagram, and I haven't. Is Instagram like cool?
I mean, I love it, especially recently for stand-up. That kind of changed my game because now I have fans. Like I thought it was an international show, so we had fans like Brazil and like Italy and stuff, and everywhere in America. So now, anywhere I travel and do shows on the road, there's always like a couple people in town who are following me. So then they just come to my shows. So
that's cool.
Draw fans that I've been talking to. I can actually get to meet. So it's actually, I like it a lot.
I'm already like that. I already do the Twitter and the Facebook, and I don't need another social media
thing. I mean, your Twitter is really good.
Thank you, dude. So's yours. Yeah, that's where we first connected on the Twitter. So yeah. Like, definitely. That's why I was always wondering, like, yeah, which is better. But he has said he had a lot more luck on Instagram as of recently.
Who said that?
My buddy Sauce. He's like an underground rapper, and he just kind of just like bailed on Twitter. He said he just enjoys Instagram so much more. So maybe I'll check it out.
It's each person's style and stuff.
Yeah, I want to ask you too, Monty. What is Monty short for? It's a stately name.
Yeah, it's short for Montague.
That's what I thought. Like I had Montague. I didn't know. Was that like
really? No one says that. People say like Montgomery and like yeah. But here's the thing. So my real name is Clifford Montague Geer, and I didn't know that was my real name until I was like 13, and because my parents always called me Monty, and then my mom's doing taxes one day, and she goes, "Hey, by the way, your name's not Monty, it's Clifford." And I'm like, "What? Are you serious?"
You blew my you ruined my universe.
I was like in 6th grade, and I was like, "What?" Like, what an identity crisis.
Wow. Were you mad? Were you mad when you found out?
I was so mad. Yeah, and then I hid it from everyone for years because I didn't want people to know. Well, my name was like Clifford and not Monty. But like because like it was like my grandma's dad died, and his name was Clifford right when I was born. So they like gave me his name as like respect, but they knew they would never call me that, so they just called me Monty my whole life.
I was thinking like one parent wanted to name you Monty, but the other one was like, no Montague,
yeah.
This is Clifford. And like the one got the name, but the other one like got what you were called. So yeah, like it's crazy.
Yeah,
parents
right?
are fucked up. Parents are messed up, bro.
I know. Yeah.
Monty, does anybody in your life call you Cliff?
No, one like 7th grade teacher, like the year after I found out my name was Clifford, I told him, he started calling me Cliff, but no one else does at all. If my girlfriend's like, if I'm not paying attention to her, she'll like say Cliff sometimes, just like, she knows like I will listen to her then. But
I was wondering if she ever said the wrong name in bed. She ever called you Clifford. I was like, oh.
Yeah, right.
Wow. God damn. What besides the comedy tour, the roller coaster tour, do you have any other projects you could tell us about?
I mean, I'm stand-up. I'm always on the road too, and again, I kind of sporadic. Like I was just in San Diego, I did Seattle area, some Oregon, and then other parts of California. I might go to Arizona soon. So that's all on my Instagram too. I'm always on the road.
Nice.
With that. And then I'm writing a new TV show with another friend that we're pitching soon. I can't really talk about.
Yeah.
But
awesome.
Yeah, and then besides that, just auditioning a lot and stuff.
Are you originally from LA too, or are you originally from New York?
No, I'm originally from Washington State, in like these like farmlands where there's like no industry. Like my neighbors had like cows and pigs on one side, and then a bee farm was the other neighbor. So like during the summers, we'd have like this inflatable buzzsaw pool, and it would just be covered with like 100 bees, and we'd have to like swim in the sprinklers to get the bees away.
Wow. Wow, that's rags to riches right there. Bees to bitches.
Yeah.
That's the Monty Geer story. Bees to bitches.
So I moved to New York knowing absolutely no one in the industry, like no one in Washington. That's not a job at all. Like anything like radio you can't do. There's no podcast. It's just straight up your work at Boeing or the farms.
Wow.
Yeah, I moved solo without knowing anyone.
That's a dream though. You took the chance and you did it. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of built the parachute on the way down thing.
Yeah. You gonna say something?
Well, I was just curious because I'm like obsessing over this right now. But did you happen to see the Fire Festival documentary? And what are your thoughts on that?
We all just saw this.
I saw both. Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Like, hey, I don't care about anyone who went to that Fire Festival. Like, they just thing. But also, like, Ja Rule should like get in trouble too. He's like, he was totally part of it.
Just as guilty.
Gary.
Yes, just as guilty, Ja Rule. I don't get it.
He's like, it's not fraud. It's just whatever.
False advertising. That's what he said.
That's not fraud. That's not fraud.
That's fraud, man.
Goddamn.
But I saw both versions because the Netflix one was produced by Fuck Jerry.
That's the one we saw.
Because Hulu was doing the other one that said like Fuck Jerry was part of this, and then Fuck Jerry made their own version. I was like, no, we weren't.
He kind of screwed himself over too by having everybody just film footage. Like, it just, yeah, just like that was everything the feds needed. That was you just gave them their case. You just did it, dude.
Like, turn off the camera when you're talking about illegal stuff.
Right. He had somebody recording him committing a scam. Like he was called. He
said call twice if they don't answer because everyone answers on the second time. Like like he legit just was like just threw himself under the bus.
So guys like Billy, do you like being in the business? Do you run into guys like that?
I mean, there's always people who are like trying to push some big idea on you that like doesn't sound like you should be part of it at all. And there's totally people who like are walking the line of like fraud and stuff.
Wow. So you constantly got to be like looking out for that too.
Yeah, totally. And that's a lot of people who like directly submit like scripts to me or something like that. But most people like in the actual business working on a TV show, I want to say aren't scammers, but there's definitely a lot who are.
Wow.
Do you eventually?
Try not to work with them.
I was gonna say, do you eventually gain like a bullshit detector?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally, for sure.
Nice.
Like all my close friends are really nice and morally correct and like authentic people, and you cut all those like LA people out who are just trying to use you and who aren't looking out for your best interest.
That's cool. Not cool, but that's good that you could pick up on that and separate who's real and who's not. That's awesome.
Yeah, like when I first moved to LA, I worked out at this gym in West Hollywood, and every day someone would come up to me and be like, "Hey, I'm a big agent. You should like sign with me. Come to my house and we'll like talk about contracts." And I'm like, "No," and it's like literally every single day someone would walk up to me at the gym and be like, "Hey, I'm a cast director. Why don't you come to my house and like audition for this thing?"
Wow, yeah, that's weird.
And in hindsight, that's kind of what that Billy McFarland was doing. He was kind of just like walking up to people.
Like, I got fire. Oh,
I got $90 million.
Wow. I just couldn't believe either that like big investors were pulling out of Coachella to invest in his thing. I was like, wow. I guess he did slick talk a lot of people.
Yeah, and like the whole team who was building the Fire app got screwed over too because they didn't even know about the festival and their whole company got shut down. And that was the whole point of it.
Yeah. Monty, I hate to do it, but we have to wrap it up, dude. But thank you so much, dude. It's been great.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
I had a lot of fun, for sure.
So
I'm glad we just ended gossiping about the Fire Festival.
I know.
I've been so obsessed with
Slim
it.
held it in for like 23 minutes until he got it out. Where can everybody find you, Monty? Instagram, Twitter, it's all the same. Just Monty Geer, MontyGeer.
And then on YouTube, I have my sketches and stuff on hiatus, which is Monty Geer Comedy.
Cool.
Yeah, but definitely my Instagram is my main source of communication as far as shows and the tour and any acting stuff I'm doing.
And never Clifford. So if I see a Clifford Geer,
never Clifford. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, don't follow that guy.
There's a Clifford Geer on Instagram. That guy's fake.
Thank you so much, Monty. It's been a blast, dude.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Have a good one.
You too. All right, see ya.
Later.